Hello everyone, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'm way too loud, so let me turn myself down a wee bit. Yeah, that should be better. Alright. So, last time I played this game, I think it was 2022-ish? I beat the main game. I am indeed in one of the suits of armor from the game. Unfortunately, I cannot have any sort of cosplay for this, so I just decided, hey, I'll put my head in the suit, and yeah, hopefully that should be good enough. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna continue to turn myself down a wee bit, and then we should be able to start. A skull. A skull was the original idea, but yeah, this is just a suit of armor, unfortunately. I forget which one this is. I think this is one of Lao's suits that he wears throughout the game. So yes, I did beat this game in my last playthrough. You can watch that on YouTube if you want. It's a very good game. Lots of story, lots of great music, but unfortunately, from everything that I've read, we cannot jump straight into the new epilogue. Unfortunately, that means I will be having to replay this entire game. I'm not thrilled about that exactly, but I have to do what I have to do. Now, that being said, make this more enjoyable for all of you, and more enjoyable for myself, for all of me, I suppose. I will be playing this game off stream, at least to try and do some side quests and level up and all that sort of fun stuff. If you want to see any of those side quests, please let me know. I will make a note of them as we go throughout the series, so that if there is indeed something that you want to see, I will not do it on my own time. However, I feel that to properly progress throughout this game quickly, playing through the main story on stream could be probably the best way for all of you to enjoy it. And then that way we can also get to the new epilogue as quickly as possible. So if that all sounds good to you, hope you'll join me on this journey and see what the definitive edition has in store over the Wii U original. Thanks, 86. Appreciate it. And let me know how the sound levels are. I'll try and adjust them as best I can. Voice needs to be louder. Okay. Let me just raise it a little bit. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The Coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
Alright. Welcome to the character customization screen. And yes, this game already looks better. So I'm gonna make a poll. Yay, a poll. Everyone loves these. Alright. This one's gonna be very short, very simple. We're gonna go for 1 minute. Oh, look at that. I didn't know I could do that. Boom. There we go. Make it 2 minutes? Okay. Well, Twitch is doing its weird thing of being kind of slow, so it'll go for 2 minutes. So, sure. It'll run till 9:11. All right. One minute left. Now do male-female poll? Yes, that is indeed what I'm going to be doing next. Alright, let's see. That's the end of the poll, even though it doesn't show it on Twitch. So, no one voted on Twitch. However, let's see how YouTube did. The winner is no. Alright. I'm not making Ryuko in Xenoblade Chronicles X this time. Now, it's time for male or female. This one's also going to run for 2 minutes. And I don't know why that keeps happening. Let me see if I can turn that off quickly. Give me just a moment here. All right. This one, we'll see. Male or female? And then everything else will be up to my discretion, I believe. Alright, only a few seconds left. Totally new character, make a hottie. I got to, right? Alright. Looks like Twitch is almost done. We will find out in just a few seconds here. The winner, ooh, male with 100% of the votes. However, on YouTube, there were 4 votes, all of which voted for female. So we are going to be going with a female character tonight. Base selection. This is different than the other one. You can still change the background, which is nice. Alright. This one, I think. So, yes, we have size, skin, hair, eyes, makeup, and voice. I'm gonna make her a little on the shorter side, I think. Yeah, right. Oh, like that, I think. That's fine. Maybe a little bit taller. Okay, next. Skin color. Look at all these different options. We can go with some weird colors like purple. See? Look at all these colors. Yellow, green. Alright. Well, there's so much to choose from. How does one pick? How does one decide? Four. I kind of like that. Freckles? Do we want freckles? Freckles are kind of cute. How about some light freckles? I like that. Whoops. Okay, cheeks. What kind of cheeks do we want? This is great. I love seeing this game again. Me too. This is honestly one of my favorite Xenoblade games. I mean, I've played a little bit of the first one on 3DS, so... but I haven't played much of 2. I have played a little bit of 2, but I haven't played 3 at all, so... Let's do this. The anime kind of embarrassed look. I kind of like that. What are these? Ah, scars. Okay. I don't think so. I'm not really feeling scars at all. Moles. Mole, 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 mole. Sunburn. Maybe that's it. Yeah, we don't need that. I think she's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? Alright, hair. I do like the pigtail look. Ponytail's also cute. Squirrels. She looks sunburned majorly. She was playing in the sun. She looks too red? Okay. We'll tone it down a bit. Maybe that color. Original hair was best? Yeah. I like the ponytails. See, like I could make. I can make her yellow, I guess. Green? Like Gamora? Actually, how about that color? That's kind of nice. Albino. Nah, you know what? I like the red. This color. Special. We want her to have little antennas coming out of her head. I don't think so. It's different, but I'm not feeling that. Oh, roots and tips color. Let's see. Green, blue. Blue's always kind of cool. No, man? What, she's still too red? Oh, no antenna? Yeah, no. I mean, I get it. Some anime people have, like, weird hair sticking out. Actually, red hair looks kind of cute. I'm either leaning between, like, a pink? Like, a purple, or a red, or a pink, something like that. Like that color I'm thinking. Maybe. Nin building his dream girl. Hey King, how's it going? Let's go for... Oh. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for red. This one. I love it. Oh. We could also change it so that... Oh, there's a gradient. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of sick. I like it. Yo, bro, how you? I am doing well. I'm doing well there, King. It's a beautiful day here in Montreal, and I honestly can't complain. Hope you're doing well as well. Ooh. You know what? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Or do we go opposite? Yep, remember this game? You used to play it a lot. I sure did. Oops. I did indeed. I want to see what the pink looks like as the tips color. Did I pass the pink? No, here we are. Nope. Nope. I think pink worked best as the root color. Fire Emblem Engage Fair Vomit? Where's this one? Actually, you know what? Let's see. Do I keep it? I was gonna do all of this off stream, but I'm glad I did it on because this is all actually like super fun part. This remaster? Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, that's fine for now. Eyes. Eyes. Oh, cat eyes. Those are always weird. Kind of freaky looking. Ooh. I like these actually. They're fine. Okay. Next. What color do we want the eyes? Pretty cool. Yeah, she's not looking too bad. looking okay. I think a nice blue color, maybe. Yeah. Irises. Irises should usually be black. I'll make them a tad darker. I think? Yeah, that's fine. Makeup! Makeup. This one. Lips. There's some really weird options. I'd like... I'm thinking probably this one. Alright. Face paint. We got some cool things in here. There's some cool stuff. I like this one. I actually like characters with good paint. Joker and the Thief in the Night. I sang that 2 days ago. I thought today was Thursday. No, I sang that on Wednesday. Same with Monkey Wrench. Another good song. Let's see. Oh, this is for Metal Gear, right? The Metal Gear chick. It's like Meryl's sister or something. There's some good stuff in here. Is that the Mirror's Edge logo? Not quite. Because it's Xenoblade Chronicles X. You gotta put a giant X on her face. This is tricky. I could just go plain. You know what? That one. Alright. Pick one. And now it's time for the voice. Okay.
Hey! Shall we?
Here we go. So what if you staggered me?
It's a pleasure. I've lost my balance.
Huh? You're in good hands now. What? Oh, all right. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Shall we then?
Huh? Shall we? Let's go. Huh? Just tell me what to do. Huh. Is that it?
Mary, aka the ghost in the shell? Is that her?
Hello. Hello. Shall we? Hello. It's a pleasure.
It's a nice voice.
Success.
Hey there. They staggered me. You're in good hands now. Oh, all right. Shall we then? What? You're in good hands now.
Hello.
We're gonna do great.
They never stood a chance. Success.
Hey there. Huh. We're gonna do great. We did great. Oh, all right. Hello.
Huh? Huh? Huh. Just tell me what to do.
Ugh, I hate losing my balance.
Shall we? Success.
Nice job. Hey there. They staggered me. Nice job.
I think I'm going independent.
So what if you staggered me?
Yeah. Alright. That is it. That is our character. Always takes a while.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours? You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. just try and focus, all right?
All right. I've thought about a name. We'll see what you guys think. Tenna. You like that name? Name like them anime girls. I sure do. Nah, you don't like that name? All right. We gotta go something crazy. Uh, how crazy do we go? Uh, give name like anime? What? 10 is the name you could hear in an anime, I suppose. Um, anyways, let's see. No. Like, cool name. Yeah. It's gotta be something really interesting. Um, let's see. Castlevania. Japanese name. Yeah. Gotta be something ish. You. You. Yuna. Nah, not quite. But you know what I'm trying to do, right? Like, it's gotta be like the romage, like the characters, right? Got the T and the could be Ta. Ta. And what could go with Ta? Tan. Yukiko. Persona 4 best persona. Tan. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Not quite. Um let's go for quiet. That's a name, right? Uh Wait, I'm not supposed to know about quiet yet. All right. Next. Oh, how about this one? Runty. From Banjo. Give her a strong Japanese anime girl name to please us all. I will definitely try. Gotta be... let's see. Maybe a ya at the end. Let's see. Monkey ball. Ma? Ma... No, not Mon. There's gotta be... Uh... No... Oh... Hey, Bloody Hunter Sharp, thank you very much for the sip of water. That is much appreciated. Ninada. I think that's a Japanese-ish, right? Minada? That sounds like something you could see over there. Or in an anime. Let's see. What else we have? Can we give infantship for taking so long? Always. Always. Minada. I want to see what you guys think, though, before I select anything. There could also be a zoo at the end. What about Ryuko, man? No, that was last time 86. That was last time. You said not for me to base it off of her, so I didn't. Therefore, I cannot call her Ryuko. But you're right, there could be a ko at the end, too. Miko. Luzu. Name her Chi-Chi, let's go, man. You know what? No. We're gonna call her Alatra. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna call her... Batu... Batura. No, I don't like that name. Call her Etna. What? How do you spell that? Like that? Alex, this is why you and I are friends. Will it let you call her sexy face? Wait, was the accept button grayed out? I wonder if it could. Bro, call her Yoruba. Yoruba. That's my language. That'd be interesting. Kinda sounds Japanese-ish, kinda. Um, this is always so tricky. Because you know you're stuck with the name if you don't like it halfway into your file, and you're like, ah, what are we gonna do? Can't necessarily change her name. We can change how she looks, but um, Babushka. 86, I love it. Uh, go. No good name so far. I agree. There has to be something that like speaks to everyone and says like, yes, this is what we're going for. This is how it's gonna be, and everyone's like, yes, I love her name. Um, like we could go for something like super old style, like Fran, but I'm not really feeling it. I would. Vivian. A great character in Paper Mario, but no. Not for how she currently looks. Where's Monet Rose Stones to help us with girl names? I have no idea. Um, Hilda? Christiane? Ah, hope she's doing well wherever she is. I got it, man. What do you got? 86. Let me know. Ollie Rath. Name her Carrie. How do you spell that? Like this? Like that. That is a great name. You would be okay with that? Interesting. Not anime, but you win points with that girl. That is a true point. That's a very good point. Uh, King, you are firing on all cylinders, my friend. Um, I don't know. I'm not really feeling anything, so am I really gonna go for Carrie? I mean, I could. That's the best name I've heard so far. Uh, you know what? I think I'm gonna go for carry. I think I'm gonna go for it. Done.
Good, there we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move?
Yeah, body's working fine.
We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
You actually influenced stream. This is big for me, man. Feeling gangster. See, sometimes I do listen. Hey, welcome to the prologue. Finally made it. Finally made it to the good stuff. Follow the exclamation point. If you're ever stumped about where to go next, be sure to check any nearby places marked with an exclamation mark. Doing so should reveal the way forward, though an occasional excursion off the beaten path never hurts. You know what they say about all work and no play after all. Alright, let's get used to the controls. Look at this. We're jumping. We're moving the camera. We're sprinting. Woo! We're so good.
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you? You know, the L002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right? Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed. Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Oh, this game is so good. How does it feel on a Pro Controller, not gamepad? It surprisingly feels very smooth. I mean, jump is basically where it was on the gamepad. I missed having the map right in your hands. Hopefully it's not too complicated for the whole system that they'll explain later on, but we'll see. But for right now, it feels pretty good. Also, I am indeed playing it on... Hopefully you can see this. The Xenoblade X Pro Controller. Well, okay. Just regular Xenoblade controller, but it's the closest I have to Xenoblade Chronicles X controller. And initiate combat by targeting an enemy, then drawing your weapon. Now, what do we say we give the world? I'll be here to back you up, so feel free to experiment. Target R, and then aim while targeting. Auto-attacking after you've drawn your weapon. When A, you'll automatically attack your weapon with a certain frequency, but only as long as you keep the enemy within your weapon's attack range. Assault Hammer. Deals physical damage and inflicts topple. Arts are special abilities your weapons give you access to. Select them with the D-pad, then can press A to use one. You can set a maximum of 8 to your arts palette. After you use an art, it will be put on cooldown, taking time until you can use it again. Different arts have cooldowns of different lengths.
It begins.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for it.
I'll blast a hole right through him. Slide.
There we go.
You're not half bad.
I've played this game before.
There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know.
Sure.
Then you're interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Alright, we got some stuff. Thank you. Full voice prompts or instructions, suggestions or requests that your party members call out in the heat of battle. Successfully responding to them triggers various useful boons. When an ally issues a soul voice prompt, arts on your palette which match the prompt's color will be highlighted. If you use an art that's highlighted, you will succeed in the prompt. You and the prompt's issuer will regain some HP and receive a beneficial effect, and your affinity with that ally will improve. Alright, let's go. Hey, it's our first treasure thing. Alright, you don't have to hold it. I mean, you don't have to mash it, it's not Metal Gear. You just hold it. What am I doing? I forget, are these enemies? Alright. Another small dude.
Attack at range. Follow my lead.
Shadow Strike! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike!
No! Never
There
hurt.
we go.
Stronger.
Level up. You finishing Metal Gear Solid next week? That is the plan.
It begins.
Let's see what you've got.
Very good plan.
Nice.
We'll see if that
Move in
actually
and do
happens.
some damage.
I know. Slide in.
Scream and appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Let's go. Just trying to level up a little bit before we do anything.
Ready? Let's move in.
Now it's my turn.
Slide on flinger. Down you go. Suppressive fire.
Is this game hard? It's got its moments. Early part is fairly easy.
Appendage destroyed.
So what
Move
if
in
you
and
stagger
strike.
me?
Scream it.
Good job.
Nice work.
Again, it's like any RPG, you gotta make sure that you're leveling up. Actually, wasn't it mashing? I swear on the Wii U version, when you were opening those, I was pretty sure you had to mash it. Right? I think. Hopefully my memory's not that fuzzy.
Ready? Let's move in!
Now it's my turn! Slide! Like a salt hammer! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike! I'm off balance.
I'd like to get to, like, level 5 at the very least before I make it to NLA.
Move in and strike!
I figured you'd
We'll have to
win.
We got
see.
it. Let's move.
It begins.
They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
On. I'll make them stumble.
Scream edge!
I feel great. Let me at him.
Slide!
Whoops, I missed that.
Shadow strike!
Use this strength to keep everyone
Hey,
safe.
level 3. 2 levels to go. We got some cool stuff. Right. Swim across. Shadow Rise.
Ready? Let's move in.
Now it's my turn! Slide! Flinger!
There we are.
Reinforcements! Watch out!
Fine. Get through this.
Slide! Flinger!
Thank you.
I got a little reckless. Please, heal me.
I should heal up first. Shadow strike!
Ah, we're fine. We have over 200 HP.
Slide! Flinger! Scream edge!
Hello. And say goodnight.
I figured he'd win.
We got him. Let's move.
There we go.
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
game is so gorgeous. I think I've noticed a few frame drops though. But I mean that's fairly minor.
Wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together. We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home.
Oh, it's so good. Music and everything. Wow.
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Enemy detection types. Certain enemies you find on Mira will attack you as soon as they detect you. You can tell an enemy's detection type by the icon next to their name. Note, enemies with a level much lower than yours will not attack unprovoked. Non-aggressive, no icon, will not attack unless you attack it. The visual will react when you enter its field of vision. Auditory will react when you wander too close to it. If you want to reach the habitat before sundown, we'll need to pick up the pace and start sprinting. Sprinting is good for times when you need to get somewhere in a hurry, or when you need to break out of an especially hairy situation. Toggle sprint, left stick, auto run, R and B. Oh, the aerial cam. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Alright, it's currently 8:22. I'm gonna go this way because even though I've played before, I don't know if I can handle the enemies down there. Also, I do have to say hello to this person. That's the White Whale's habitat unit there to the east. If you keep proceeding along the cliff top, you'll get there. Yup, that's where we're going. That's where we're going.
Attack at range! Follow my lead! Target in sight! Shadow strike! Assault Nice
Very
work.
good.
Ready? Let's move
There
in.
we
Now
are.
it's my turn. Slide! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
I know. Take this.
This feels basically like a... Yup. Get used to this for the next 5 months. Nah, I'm kidding.
No. Take this.
Shadow strike. Early bird.
Nice job.
Nice
There we
work.
are. Let's go. Alright, next.
You ready for anything?
And yes, you do automatically heal when you're not in battle, so that does help a little bit. This guy's a big one.
Shadow strike. Slide knife. Move in and do some
I
damage.
know. Take this. Hup. Hup. Don't push.
Ooh.
More enemies. I got a little reckless.
I should heal up first.
Feel me. Hup. Hup. And one more hit for me.
Yep.
Promise.
That's what happens. I don't think we're making it.
Slide. Slinger.
Yeah, I'm gonna respawn. Unfortunately, sometimes I forget how powerful some of these indigens are simply because last time I played, I was playing a level, what was it, 60 character? I'm stuck with the level 2 character, and you can't necessarily do things with a level 2 character that you can with a level 60 character. But we'll get there. We'll get back up to that point.
Attack at range. Follow my lead.
Target in sight. Shadow strike.
No. Take this.
Early bird. Slide. Move in and do some
I
damage.
know. Take this.
Very good.
Nice job.
We got it. Let's move.
Here we go.
Let's see what you've got.
Right at.
Shadow strike. Slide knife.
Anyone
Move in and do
hungry for some
damage.
bacon? Or are you feeling more of a pork chop feeling?
Right at.
Slide. Appendage destroyed. Move
Very
in and
nice.
strike. Shadow
I know.
strike.
Take this.
Early
It never
bird.
hurts to get a little stronger.
Very nice. Alright. How do I quick center the camera? It's pressing down on the stick? No. Not sure if there's a way. Alright. Whatever.
Here we go.
Let's
I'm gonna
see
take
you
care of the
dancing.
sewage first,
Fire for me.
I'll blast a hole right
and
through it.
then let's see. We'll see where we go. I might take on this thing again, but we'll see. That might be a little scary for our liking.
Move in and do some damage.
I know. Take this. Go me.
Nice.
Now close the gap.
So many memories. Absolutely. It's great to be playing this again. And I kind of miss playing this.
Don't push. You should be doing that. I figured you'd win.
We got it. Let's move.
Oh, he's level 4. A little too high. Level 6. Ooh, level 5. Yeah, no thank you. There's a level 4 suet up ahead.
Ready? Let's move in.
Slide! Slinger!
Yes. Now melee
Now it's
attack.
my turn. Use an aura. Get control of the battle. That's protective. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Hope you're ready for this. Ready. Go me. Now close the gap.
Shadow strike. Slide nice. Move in and do some damage.
I know. Take this. Go me.
Ooh, that was
Close the
quick.
gap. Not done.
Nice work.
Alright. Are we at level 5? Not quite. We'll keep going then. These guys are a little high level for my liking, but that's alright. So stay out of those guys' view and we should be alright. This level 3 I could take on. Wouldn't be too bad.
Attack at range. Follow my lead. Target in sight. Shadow strike.
Assault hammer. Down you go. Suppressive fire. Right at.
Oh, never mind.
Yes. Now melee attack.
Upper hand. Slide. Slinger. Strength comes from experience. It's true on any front.
Alright, Alma leveled up, so that's good. We gotta be getting close. Level 2 is almost not even worth it at this point. I gotta be heading towards New LA. I mean, we're close. Alright, welcome to nighttime. Nighttime's a little scary. I definitely should have been watching what time it was when we were doing our stuff, but we're almost there. Best way to get there. Yeah. Jump up here. Gotta be careful. Alright, level 8. Even level 6 is a little too scary for my liking at this point. I'm going to try and stay away from these guys. My best. Alright, we're getting close. We are getting close. West Gate Plain. Alright, here are some more manageable enemies.
Here we go.
Let's see what we've got. Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
I'll blast a hole right through him.
Shadow strike. Slide. Splinter. Straight ahead. Hostile neutralized. Switch to close range combat.
Roger. They won't get a moment's rest. I got a little reckless.
Good.
Kill me.
Shadow strike. Slide. Splinter.
Right at. Well, I figured we'd win.
Nice work.
Alright. Well, we reached level 4 before coming here, but that's not too bad.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the West Gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside. Grexes. And they're riled. We can't leave them roaming here, not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Let's do this. Melee and ranged weapons. The weapons you use on foot are split between melee and ranged weapons. You can switch between them with X. Melee weapons can only attack at close range, tend to do more damage per hit. Ranged weapons can attack at range, tend to hit multiple times, but damage per hit tends to be lower. When you use an art, you'll automatically switch over to the weapon that the art is associated with. Your melee weapon for melee weapon arts, and your ranged weapon for ranged weapon arts. Arts which are associated with the weapon you're currently wielding, melee or ranged, will continue their cooldown even after they're ready to use. This is called secondary cooldown. Arts used at full secondary cooldown will have a greatly increased effect.
Didn't have to be like this.
Ready?
Early
Let's
bird.
move it.
Now it's my turn.
Down you go.
Target on.
I know.
Side slash Upper hand!
Use this strength to keep everyone
Switch to close
safe.
range combat!
Roger! They won't get a moment's rest!
Now, melee attacks! Sliding slinger! Nice! Move in and do some...
Alright. Excellent.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
I don't think I need to change class yet. I think it's still too early for that. I mean, I could check. Party classes. Yeah, not quite. I mean, I'm close. I need 3 more, and then I can upgrade to one of these more advanced classes. But we'll get there. Everybody say hi to Pierre. Hi, Pierre. Hi, Pierre. Woo! And here we are.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. Come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
welcome to Xenoblade Chronicles X. Definitive Edition. Let's go! Also, I was singing that song all throughout this afternoon. Such a good song. It's super catchy. Look, there are party members. Let's go. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're not gonna go super late tonight, but that's alright.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory?
I guess.
Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
It's great to see Elma again. She's a fantastic character.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days ago, ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
and a better tomorrow.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
We're gonna show interest.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
I think we'll stick to
The
just
three
Gwyn.
of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Chapter 1. New Los Angeles.
Hey!
This package was meant to go to Blade Tower. It's only the biggest building in town, so I don't know how you could mess that up. Time for one of my favorite characters. There she goes.
Damn it!
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly!
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Coop, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
It's weird hearing her voice now because I've played Persona 5. But to me, that voice actor will always be Lynn first. Let's find out what happened with the exhaust.
Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Changing party members. You can change your active party composition from main menu active members. There you can select allies from the reserve and add them to your active party or swap them around. Please note that there are times when you will not be able to change members. This is new. In the original game, you had to go and look for everyone in New LA, and you had to go to this menu to then add them to your party. This whole reserve member thing, that's entirely new. So yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Hey!
The longer you're with someone, the deeper your affinity for each other grows, and the more you fight together, the stronger your bond will be. Yep. Now it's time for my least favorite part. exploring the city.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Duck and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Yeah, it's not over yet. Opening part's always a little bit of a slog, but it does make the city feel lived in, which is nice. Like an actual place where, I guess, if the world ends, we could go visit.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we'd better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Look how you can zoom in and zoom out on the mini-map. Wonderful. Where's my thing? Is this what I'm... Yeah. Nice. Armory Alley. Do not get sidetracked, we will be coming here a lot later.
Hey.
Blade Concourse and our barracks.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Sure. Ask about registration.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Ms. Ku. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? She seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until she knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. She seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
She could barely remember her name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Sure, let's jump right to registration.
Ah yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
How did we end up on Mira?
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. the casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Alright, and the last one, we're going to ask for more information about Blade.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Ku, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Chapter 1. Client Nagi. Take a guided tour of the Blade Administrative District with Lynn and Elma, and learn more about life as a member of Blade. Yeah. Welcome to Chapter 1. Basically more prologue. Navigation panel. Press the R right stick to display the navigation panel in the bottom right of the screen. This will show the objectives of your currently tracked mission, etc. Track missions from main menu missions. You can press the left and right on the D-pad to toggle the navigation panel's category. Categories are unlocked as you advance the main story. Let's go. Try not to take too long on Chapter 1 because, again, this is lots of prologue still. Even though it's called Chapter 1, nothing much happens. You explore the city a little bit.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah, Nagi must really, really want her to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Let's geek out. Gaze longingly at the skull.
Now this girl gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here 1 sec.
Lynn?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far so fast without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Alright. These are the side quests of the game. Or at least a large majority of them are.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey!
Ta-da! The Blade Scout console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Hey!
And this is where you get guns and stuff.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for Skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole Skells. Can you imagine owning your own Skell? Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Lynn is always funny. Yeah, she sure is.
Hey!
Alright. I think this is the last stop. I think. Again, it's been a while since I've last played Chapter 1. Yeah. Hopefully this is it.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not.
I mean, there's no game if
Now
I
that
don't
you've
join
seen
you.
where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Yay, we did it! We completed Chapter 1! You received a guided tour of the administrative district and learned more about life as a blade. Wasn't that wonderful? I love Chapter 1. No, it's my least favorite, honestly. You've just woken up, so you must be feeling pretty hazy. If you're confused about anything, you can check the tips. I bet you'll find some info there that'll be relevant to your situation. Treat them as your basic textbook for surviving on Mira. Main menu, system, gameplay tips. Sure, we can save again. Alright. Back to barracks. This way, all the way.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
For anyone wondering, you can refuse this. They will keep asking you that question until you press accept. So to fast forward things, I'm just going to accept.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, she can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Alright, Chapter 2, finally doing something a little bit fun. Install the data probe at the Frontier Nav site and complete your training. The New Frontier. We're basically out of the tutorial at this point.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Sure, let's boast. It was definitely Carrie and Elma.
Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you? Hey, that's still pretty cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
But enough talk. Have at you. What? This isn't Castlevania? Alright, let's go. Segment feature unlocked. This is Eleonora, the late support lead, here to tell you that the segment feature of your map is now available for use. It's displayed on your handheld comm device and is a useful tool with lots of info about Mira. Give it a look if you're unsure of where you are or what to do. Main menu, map, segments. Segments. Ah, that's how they do it. This is how they do it. I was wondering how they were going to pull this off, because originally this game was on the Wii U, and this screen, what you're seeing right now, that was on the gamepad. Now, hopefully it works nicely, but we'll see. This is where we're going. And can I zoom out even further? Not really. So we have region intel. Okay. So it already names the other areas. That's helpful. Back on the Wii U, I don't think you ever understood what each symbol meant. But as over the course of the game, you understood later, like, what all these symbols came to mean. So yeah, it's a fairly large game. Lots of areas to explore and everything. But
Hey!
I would like to get Chapter 2 done at the very least by the end of tonight. So I'm going to try and do our best. I'd like to be at around level 10 before completing this. What are we at? Yeah, we're at level 5. Lynn is also at level 5, and Elma's at level 6. So, we should be okay. We're gonna see if this works. It's a level 6, but there are 3 of us, so I'm hoping this goes well. We will find out.
Attack at range! Follow my lead! I've got your cover fire! Yes! Now melee attack!
Now it's my turn!
You should be doing better! Heal me! Assault
I should
hammer!
heal up first.
Go me!
Now
Close
it's my
the gap.
turn. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Don't force! Who cares how big they are?
Yeah.
Concentrate your
Try
fire!
confidence now.
Oops, I missed.
I got a little reckless. Let me patch myself.
I owe
Thank you.
Heal me. Yes! Now melee attack! Watch me lay into it!
Side flash.
Fire carnival!
Oh, watch out. Watch out.
So what? I should be doing better.
I
Okay,
should
good.
heal me first.
Slide! That did something. Try toppling it with gunfire. Never hurt to get a little stronger.
Perfect. Level 6. What the hey? Oops. I totally missed that one.
Lay down some fire for
I'll
me.
blast a hole right through him. Don't push. Lay off.
Shadow strike.
Fire carnival.
Sliding slinger.
Go me. Now close the gap. Watch me lay in.
So nice. Move in and do some damage.
I know. Take this. Don't push. I got a little reckless. Let me patch myself.
I owe you one.
Heal me. So what? I should be doing better. Heal me.
I should heal up first.
Ooh, I missed that.
Slide nice. Move in and do some damage.
I know. Take this.
Shadow strike. Side flash.
Fire down. I toppled him. Close in. Fire carnival. That did something. Try toppling it with gunfire.
I'll topple him.
Okay, good.
I know. Take this. Go me. Now close the gap.
We gotta start getting better at these action commands, but we'll get there.
Side flash.
No,
I
yep,
figured you win.
We got it. Let's move.
good. Cool. I'd like something a little bit more higher level than yeah, this guy. Kind of close to level 6. Yeah, let's attack these two
They're
first.
off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
I'll make it stop.
Slide. Slinger. Scream edge.
Hit him again, Gordon. I hope you're ready for this.
Go a little deep or whatever.
It's down. Weaken him and lay in. Can make all the difference.
Upper hand.
Ooh, let's go.
Attack at range. Follow my lead. I've got your cover fire. Don't push.
Shadow strike.
Wild down. Topple him. Close
Nice.
in. I know. Take this. Down we go.
Early bird.
Press and fire.
Target in sight. That dented him. Move in and keep
Hope
the
you're
rhythm
ready
going.
for this. Go me.
Beautiful.
Close the gap. Lay off.
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Oh, I missed. Yeah.
Shadow strike. Reinforce
to make all the difference.
Watch out.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of.
Slide nice. Move in and do some damage.
So what if you staggered me? I'm almost down, but not out. I don't want it to end.
Come on.
Melee attacks. Side class.
Hey.
That's what happens. Sometimes they're too close. Thankfully, you do keep all of your experience points. So, doesn't make a huge deal of difference. Unless you have a skull, but we'll get to that when we get a skull. Let's rinse and repeat, shall we?
Here we go. Locked and loaded.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for
I'll
him.
blast a hole right through him. Yes! Hit him again for me! Fire Carnival!
Shadow strike. Side slash.
Yes! Now,
Slide
make it!
center. Now it's my turn.
Well, I know! Take this! Go me! Now close the gap! Don't force! That did something! Try toppling it with gunfire! What?
Slide now. Melee attack.
I know! Take this! Go!
Hit good.
Upper hand.
Close the gap!
Now it's my
Go.
turn.
And again! We can lay it! This could make all the difference!
Side slash.
I can't keep this up! Fire Carnival! And one more hit! Promise!
Should be fine.
Slide splinter.
Well, smash!
Never. Thank you. Alright. I'm going to check my ground gear for a minute. A weapon's power rating is a value that broadly expresses how strong a weapon is. Whenever you're not sure what to equip, it's never a bad idea to go with whatever has the higher value in this stat. A weapon's TP gain rating is a value that broadly indicates how easy it will be to build up TP while fighting with it equipped. Keep an eye on it when you want to build TP quickly. Alright, let's see what we have. We cannot equip this, that is level 3. Oh wait, no we can. If we change to a different class, that's right. Power rating. The advanced iron knife seems like one of the best bets currently. 218 versus 218. Attack 14, attack 14, plus minus 3. What is the difference here? Really? Why does the iron knife seem better than the advanced iron knife? I'm not seeing much. They have the same attack. Huh. Oh, maybe it's the advanced additional effects, rather? I guess I'll go for that one. That's fine. Okay, we don't have any new of those. That's fine. Torn Survival shirt, I guess, would be an upgrade for us. Sleeve. Don't need that right now. This would be a boost. And pants. Don't have any of those. Cool. Alright. Yes, again, this is an RPG, so I will be spending a little bit of time in the menus. I'll be trying to do most of that off-stream for future streams. Also, there may or may not be small non-stream related gameplay segments on my Discord, so if you are interested in seeing more of this game, side quests mostly, might be on there.
Move in and Move in and keep the rhythm going. Move in and do some damage.
Go.
Figures we win. Hope I didn't get in the way.
Level 7 should be fine.
Ready? Let's move in.
Now it's my turn.
Fire Carnival!
Side splash. Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
Do I want to?
Roger.
Yeah,
We
okay.
won't get a moment's rest.
Move in and do some damage.
I know. Take this. Hang it down. Weaken him and lay it. This could make all the difference.
Shadow strike. Got it. Side splash. Upper hand.
Good shot. Hope I didn't get in the way.
We're stuck on a whole different planet. No peace looking at the sky.
What the hell happened here? You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius? Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
heading to play COD. See you next week, bro. Thanks for stream. You're very welcome there, King. Enjoy your Call of Duty, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Take care of yourself. Let's ask what a tyrant is.
The tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way or another. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Yeah, let's do protect. We can't leave it so close to New LA.
As long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn?
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
Fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This'll be tougher than anything else we've faced.
What level is it? Do we have to find out before we attack? We do. Good. Engaging a tyrant is no small task. It's important to equip your best before charge begins. Double check all weapon and gear. Oh, and make sure your arts are ready and leveled up, okay? That's the first step to becoming a combat master. Yeah, let's check our arts. I doubt we'll have enough to level anything up, but you never know. Arts. Oh, we do have enough. Alright. What should we do? This one. Oops. I want to make sure I'm well prepared for this fight. That's fine. No, not that. Funicula, please. Destroy appendages. You can aim your attacks at particular parts of your enemies. Reducing the appendage health gauge to 0 will destroy it. You can change the part you aim at with R plus Y or A. Additionally, destroying appendages before defeating an enemy may yield additional rewards in the battle spoils.
Oh, they've seen us! Attack at range.
Okay, it's only level 5.
Shadow strike! Fire! Fire! I know! Take this! Somewhat staggered me. Side slash! Somewhat staggered me. Upper hand! Slide! Slinger! Move in and hope you're ready for this!
appendage, please.
You okay? I'm coming!
Appreciate it. Upper hand!
Okay, good.
This could make all the difference. Leave this to me.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Hope you're ready for this. That's something.
Beautiful.
On top of your gunfire. Dodge it.
Oops.
Leave it to me. Yes! Hit him again for me. Hope you're ready for this.
Nice.
Use this strength to keep everyone
There we go.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Here we go. Let's show interest and launch the probe.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Landing suckers. Are we talking cherry? Lemon? Frontier Nav probe sites, or FN sites for short, are optimal locations to plant data probes. Placing one will reveal segment recon for the surrounding segments. You can go to the main menu, map segments, to see which segments contain Frontier Nav probe placement spots. I'm Lau, a Pathfinder. If we're gonna grow Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. To plant one, simply approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site and press A. If you find a good spot, be sure to go ahead and claim it. It's common sense, really. Now all that's left is to report back to base. But first, I'll let you in on a secret. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged with a Skell. Neutralizing a foe like that on foot, especially a tyrant, is pretty risky. So be careful about such things in the future, okay? Okay, good idea. Segment Recon shows the details of the tasks that need to be performed in each segment. Each category is shown with its own icon. Resolving these increases your survey rate. If there is a segment recon task still to address at your current location, the yellow hexagonal area will be displayed on your mini-map. This is known as the segment marker. The segment marker indicates the borders of the segment you're currently occupying. I believe this is new. You can also go to Main Menu, Map Segments, then select a segment and press down on the right stick to manually display the segment marker for that particular segment on the mini-map. Manually set segment markers will be displayed as a blue hexagonal area even when you're outside their borders. So we gotta unlock these. We got treasure over here, and we got another tyrant over here. That's fun. Alright, let's head back. Didn't quite make it to level 10, but that's alright. I will work on that in my own spare time. But I do want to try and get chapter 2 done. We're almost there. Man, nothing beats skelling through the wide open fields of Primordia. You guys gotta get your skell licenses post haste. Chop chop. Also, is skellin a word? Who knows? Who knows?
Commander Vandam.
Well now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
You successfully installed the data probe and completed your training. There we go.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked her to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
What's the assignment?
Whoa there, Itchy Trigger. I know you're just chafing at the bit to run out there and grab the world by its tail, but you need to choose a division first.
Fine.
Once that's all hashed out, we can get into detail about what your first assignment's gonna be.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akalov and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, Prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. Alright, you ready to choose?
I believe you can change it. I think you can change your division. Just doing a little bit of research right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. So, first one I'm gonna go for is, Pathfinder.
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
I think that's a good one to start as, and then we can later change if we need to into some of these other ones. But I think Pathfinders is where we're...
Then it's settled?
Yep. All done.
Alright. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Hey!
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
We're a Blade.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
Alright, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Alright, Chapter 3. Client Fandom. Search for Nelson's missing team in southeast Primordia. Chapter 3. Builders of a Legacy. Blade Services. You're officially a Blade now. Congrats, becoming one of us grants you access to a variety of services, including the shop terminal, the AM terminal, mission control, and more. Some services are still off limits at the moment, but I'll get back to you on those later. Ever wish you could zip straight back to a place you visited? Well, that's why we have fast travel. It allows you to instantly return to significant landmarks as well as any frontier nav sites that have data probes installed. Just access the map to use it. Arms manufacturers, or AMs, support us from the sidelines by developing new weaponry and gear. And by utilizing their services, we can support them too. Head to the AM terminal in Armory Alley to learn more about working with AMs to make new gear. Missions! Missions comprise duties and requests received directly from the concerned parties or via mission control. They are divided into 4 categories and provide rewards and affinity when completed. Story missions. These missions advance the game's main story. You can accept them in the Blade Barracks. Affinity missions. These missions heavily feature your team members. You can accept them wherever you see the relevant icon. Normal missions. Mostly requests from NLA citizens or fellow Blades. You can accept them wherever you see the relevant icon. Basic missions. Simple tasks like defeating enemies or collecting items. You can accept up to 20 from mission control. Blade Reports. Blade Reports are a communication tool that residents of Mira use to share useful information they come across. When you visit a segment for which you haven't completed the segment recon yet, you may receive a Blade Report post. If you do, check your current position on the segment view of the map screen to confirm the segment recon objective, and do your best to resolve it. I'm just going to head outside, make sure that there's nothing out there as far as story cutscenes go, and then I'll call it a stream right there after a save. Alright. That looks like that's it. Let me just overwrite that save, and we will call it a day. Interesting that there are only 3 slots, but, that's alright. So, that'll do it for Xenoblade Chronicles X for this evening. I want to thank Bloody Hunter Sharp, as well as any lurkers over on the Twitch side. Lovely having you here, as always. And thank you to King of Anime, Alex Wolf, Nintendo Guy 86, and any lurkers over on the YouTube side. There will be more Xenoblade Chronicles X next week, along with more Metal Gear Solid 1 and other fantastic things to look forward to. Hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. I will be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Whose stupid idea was that? With my very first podcast. I have a variety of topics that we'll touch on. Some might be interesting. We'll see. If they aren't, well, it's only the first one, so only things can get better from there. So yeah, take care of yourself, take care of each other. I shall see you guys later. Bye for now.